All right, so the government is shut down, and pretty much what I wanted to see was if the markets had that baked into the price, and it seems so for now. But we still have to know that we're still in a downtrend. You still look at these numbers or these patterns, and you could definitely see that we're still in the channel. We just have to be really, really careful, and you kind of can see what's going on here. So don't have this to get you extremely bullish per se on the overall market. You just want to look at, let's say, the weekly. You could kind of see where we're still following through. We're still under the 10, but is it? We don't know where this is going to close. If it's going to continue to the downside, but you can see at least it needs to do is clear the top of this channel for me to get excited regarding the Dow Jones. So let's look at the S&P. We can see again that again it's still, we still have some downwards things to go. Maybe if you're aggressive, you take here and see if it gets a pops above. But like I said, just need to be really, really careful because we're coming back into this trading wedge that we have been kind of talking about, the consolidation wedge, and it's kind of you want it to be trending as when you want to trade. So you have the composite as well. The composite is the best out of them all, quite honestly. So you see how it's popping up. We had a good day in Apple today, and I'll show that as well a little bit later on. But you can see that this is going well. The Russell 2000 is still crushing it. Look at that weekly chart. If you can't see bullish on this, there's nothing I could do. We keep it simple. Lower left to upper right. You can see how that is continuing to the upside. So let's look at a couple names. We have Apple. Apple pretty much gave you a pretty good day today. If you're aggressive, you might be looking at this as some type of morphed evening star. We're using the 250 as, let's say, your bottom point, but I would be very careful regarding trading this one. But and I'm rather be patient and get above these levels, quite honestly, above here. I have this. I posted this on Twitter. Just don't jump the gun. Be patient when it was in the range, and now it's right back in it. So I don't know if this is a flag to the upside or it's going to continue to the downside. So we'll see what happens. You have Google. Google is continuing to, I want to look at kind of the weekly and say if it could get above this 900 level again, or if you look at the daily, you can see that it's still, in that pendant, and we kind of just have to see where it goes from there. Let's look at who else? Some names that I actually looked at and that continued up well. I looked at CLR yesterday, got into that. It's doing extremely well. I got into Webcom. That one continued to follow through. I'm still in Tesla. That one started off weak, and I'm just going to be rolling up my stops to go from there. This one has been pretty great setup. 3D systems look like it's setting up as well. Maybe it get above these highs as well. So that one looks good. You got Yandex, which is really doing well. That if it gets above these high, I think it could really, really fly and go from there. So you have Tesla. Well, I did Tesla, right? Let's see what Solar City, Elon Musk's other company. So right now, just kind of wait for this one and go from there. Not really going to jump out the window regarding that. We had gold. Gold continued to show some signs of weakness. It still has this doji pattern, which is a very tight range. You can see from here if you look at like the 5 minute. So we can kind of see what goes from there. We have Yelp. That one's setting up. You want to look at that on your watch list. You have New Skin that's actually setting up as well. That might be good. Priceline continues and crank to the upside. Everybody's looking at Google and Apple and to get to the 1,000. They're 1,000 and they're breaking on some strong, heavy action, which is really, really good. You have HP looking good as well. Amazon as well is breaking out above. So this one I think continue to the higher. I always like to have something that has nothing above it. Just give me some clear skies above, right? That's what we pretty much want. We have this as well. What is it? QHU 360. Look for that one. I mean, it might be a morning star setting up, but you know, it broke down from this, but it's continuing from here. It had that tight pendant, so we didn't know it broke down, and then it continues to the upside. So we kind of really, that one went well. Let's look at the banking sector. I mean, Bank of America to me is just flagging for more downside. I don't see anything. Goldman Sachs, come on, give me something on this chart. Well, let's go to another one, see if it doesn't occupy it. I don't know what's going on with the charting software, but it is what it is. So I think we had Amazon that we showed, yes. A couple of other names that I was looking at was Philip Morris. Philip Morris, I was just kind of like looking. It wasn't anything really. Matter of fact, I really don't like this pattern. There was some other ones that I looked at that I really liked. You had Chipotle Mexican Grill that was God, this is annoying. This happens sometimes where the feed just pretty much just stops. Maybe I just got to check some stuff on my side. But let's see if, last but not least, let's see how Baidu acted, and it can follow through with great price action from yesterday and continue to the upside. So I like to keep these within 5-6 minutes, but this one was really good. Let me see if Polaris Industries actually got any upside, because this was one that I was looking at, and we'll have to, yeah, so let's look. And this one followed through as well. So that was a really good sign as well, that it broke above the shooting star and looked like it closed above it. The high was 130.40, and the high, the last was 130.66. So it closed above it, which is a great sign. So this one might continue to the upside. So I'm going to stop this video, but there were some great names, and just going to do some research and see what I can put up maybe on the, you know, prior to the market tomorrow. And also Ross Stores was continued to the higher. I really had some good winners today. So we'll see how that goes, and take care. You can always follow me at MaximusAnalysis on Twitter, or you can subscribe here if you like what you see.